Hello, everybody. This is Gary. It's October 23rd, 2021. It's 8:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States and Rochester, New York. And this is my coping with schizophrenia blog entry for today. I'm doing pretty good today. Didn't do much. Went outside for a walk. Went shopping. Cleaned my apartment. Pretty boring Saturday. My hallucinations are not that bad right now. My paranoia is not that bad. My anxiety is pretty much under control. Certainly not feeling suicidal. Not particularly depressed. Um, Doing okay in general. Um, I have started taking up meditation again. Although I'm an atheist, I believe that there are certain types of meditation that don't violate my atheist beliefs. Um, some of it connected to Buddhism, some of it just general meditation. I mean, YouTube is a place where you can find a trillion different types of meditation. Anything from Buddhist meditation to New Age meditation to Christian meditation to adult story meditation. I mean, all kinds of meditation. Um, there's a couple of different YouTubers that I prefer to do meditation through their videos. They're not paying me to say their names, but I like Michael Seeley. He's pretty good. He does meditations ranging from 15 minutes to an hour long. He has a very calming voice, and he just tends to talk in a very soothing, quiet voice. And I find that relaxing, especially before I go to bed, after I take my night medications. Um, Meditation, of course, doesn't replace my psychiatrist or my medications or my psychotherapist. The meditation is basically something that I've been doing for the past, 10 years, except I haven't been doing it over the past 7 or 8 months. For some reason, I've lost a lot of motivation over the past 7 or 8 months to do much of anything other than the bare minimum that I need to do to survive. Pay my bills, clean my apartment, shop for food, that kind of thing. Um, but I'm starting to get my motivation back. Lack of motivation is part of the negative symptoms of schizophrenia. And part of the problem was that I was having medical problems that started around, I believe, May. I couldn't urinate. And I was wearing a urinary catheter into my urethra and bladder, connected to a urinary leg bag, which I had to wear for 4 months. I had two surgeries um, to remove. One was to remove most of my prostate to allow urine flow, and the other was to um, correct the shape of my urinary bladder because it was bulging out and it was all ballooned out. It was preventing me from being able to empty my bladder. And so for 4 months, I wasn't able to urinate normally. But eventually, the surgery on my bladder worked more successfully than the surgery on my prostate. And that set of medical problems sapped me of my motivation to do almost anything. And that, on top of the negative symptoms of schizophrenia and depression, anxiety, frustration, I wasn't very much motivated to do anything. But I'm starting to exercise again. I'm starting meditation again. I'm going to start doing surveys, consumer surveys, like I used to online for extra money. I used to do that several hours a day. I haven't done that since December. Um, doesn't pay a lot of money, but it keeps me busy. Um, and it does help me make a little bit of extra spending money. So I'm just starting to get my motivation back. Um, it was really a pain in the ass to have to wear a urinary catheter and a urinary leg bag for 4 months. And the surgeries were no fun time either. Um, both times that I had surgery, they gave me OxyContin as a painkiller, only 3 or 4 days worth. Nothing that that I could get addicted to over time because it didn't give me enough to get addiction to. But I think that the painkillers, when I took them, they messed up my psychiatric symptoms even worse because after each surgery, about a week after each surgery, after I was taking the painkillers for 3 or 4 days, both times I ended up in the psychiatric emergency room. And I don't think Oxycontin is very good for my mental health, to say the least. Even just for a short period of 3 or 4 days, I think it caused me to be depressed, anxious, agitated. It irritated my psychosis. It irritated my hallucinations. It irritated my agitation, my physical agitation, my mental agitation, my anxiety. It certainly worsened my depression. And it really didn't do a whole lot to control the physical pain, anyways. And there was some physical pain from both surgeries, um, plus some bleeding. So there was a lot going on medically. I mean, nothing life threatening. Um, I wasn't It wasn't like I had cancer or anything like that. I mean, I'm grateful it wasn't that serious. But if you can't urinate, that's actually a medical emergency. And I went to the emergency room the first time I couldn't urinate, and they put in the urinary catheter. And the original plan was for me to get disposable catheters and catheter catheterize myself 3 or 4 times a day to empty my bladder, which I couldn't do because I could never get the catheter in far enough. So instead of using disposable catheters, we just decided to go the surgical route, and in the meantime, wear the urinary leg bag with the permanent catheter inside my urethra into my bladder. Only permanent in the sense that once I was able to start urinating again, they were able to remove the catheter for good. Um, it was a general all around pain in the ass. Um, and it just made my psychiatric symptoms worse, which is very common in schizophrenia. If you have medical problems um, unrelated to the schizophrenia, it can aggravate schizophrenic symptoms through stress, anxiety, depression, that kind of thing. Um, so I'm just getting back into the swing of things, getting back my motivation to do things that I used to do that I found helpful. When I say I do Buddhist meditation, I don't believe in anything supernatural. I am an atheist. I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in the Buddhist gods that some Buddhists believe in, or the Buddhist spirits, or anything like that. Buddhist meditation is simply a way of relaxing, um, and slowing my breathing and calming down my physical and mental symptoms of anxiety. And it also helps me sleep a little bit better. There's nothing really religious about it. You can certainly use Buddhist meditation techniques and have nothing to do with the actual Buddhist religion in supernatural senses. Um, so I'm trying my best to get back and to motivate myself to do certain things. Um, Typically, like a lot of people, when winter comes, my motivation tends to go back down again. But I think I'll do all right this winter. It's actually it's late October. Um, I just turned 56 on October 15th. I quit smoking again. I haven't had a cigarette in 2 or 3 days. I'm using nicotine lozenges again. So I'm trying to stay off cigarettes. It's very expensive to smoke cigarettes in New York State. A pack of cigarettes, when you include taxes, is well over $13 a pack. Um, and in New York City, I think it's even higher than that. It's like $20 a pack. Um, you could, of course, go to the Native American reservation and get cigarettes a lot cheaper, at least in New York State. Um, but smoking is one of my last addictions. The other one being caffeine. I'm trying to cut down on coffee because it actually only aggravates my anxiety. And if I drink more than 500 milligrams of caffeine a day, it tends to aggravate my paranoia and my hallucinations. So I have to cut back on caffeine and stay off cigarettes. Um, my overall physical health is something I want to improve. I want to lose weight because I weigh about 220 pounds and I'm 5'9". So I'm heavier than I should be for my height. And I also have high blood pressure. So losing weight would be beneficial to my blood pressure because I do take blood pressure medication. And medical problems can only aggravate and make symptoms of schizophrenia worse. So I want to improve my physical health now that I'm not completely focused on surgery and my bladder and urinating and all the other crap. That problem's been solved for now. So comment, like, share, subscribe. If you want to help my channel, um, I'll leave a PayPal link in the description where you can donate to my channel. Share my videos on social media like Facebook and Twitter. It helps my channel grow. Um, if you want me to do a video on a specific topic, let me know in the comment section.